So you want to know how much you can make day trading? Let me give you this simple formula. What's up guys, it's Zen with Zen Trading Academy. Welcome back to another video. With social media nowadays, we're suffering from information overload. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've probably seen people posting their P&L online, some making thousands a day, some making 5 figures a day. But let me share with you how much you could realistically make day trading here in Bursa. Real quick, if you could help me go down and smash the like button, it really helps the channel out and I really appreciate it. Let me get a few things out of the way, right? No trader can make consistent profits every single month. I haven't met a single trader who makes the same consistent amount every single month. That is because trading really relies on the market, right? And the market is very uncertain. But we can map out the expected return per year since the time frame is longer and is less likely to be skewed by short-term news or short-term fluctuations. So besides the market, it also varies based on your own strategy and your consistency. Your strategy has to be profitable and you got to be consistent with following your rules and trading the market. But for the sake of this video, we're going to assume that you have a profitable strategy and that you are consistent. So here's the formula. But before I jump into explaining the variables, I need to share a few things that is especially important for new traders. The first thing is, everybody is on a different path of their trading journey. Don't compare yourself to somebody who has been trading for 6 months, 1 year, or 10 years. Don't compare your profits to somebody who has been doing this for their whole lives, because that will only lead to you being FOMO and not being happy with where you are. The second thing is, your profits are relative to how much you are willing to risk. Some people might find it hard to risk 500 ringgit. Some people might find it easy to risk 5,000 ringgit. So to make money, you gotta risk money, and your profits will really depend on how much you're willing to risk. If you want to make 1,000, you might have to risk about 500. If you want to make 10,000, you have to risk 5,000. So don't just look at how much people are making. You have to look at both sides. People might make 10,000 to 20,000 a day, but they might also lose 5,000 to 10,000 a day as well. But if you cannot stomach the same amount of risk, you cannot expect the same results. But that's okay, right? Take your own time, go at your own pace, don't compare. So let's get into the variables of the formula. There's 4 main variables to this. The first one being, how many times a month does this pattern happen? The second one is your win rate. Your third one is your average win, and your fourth one is your average loss. Now, to get these figures, you need to log your trades. It's very important to keep a log of your trades so that you yourself know how your pattern is doing, because there's no way you're going to remember the trades you took 2 months ago. But like I mentioned at the start of the video, it's a lot more reliable to use a yearly time frame. So instead of how many times it happens a month, you should use how many times it happens a year. That is because having a larger time frame will mitigate the fluctuations and the small changes in the seasons. So let's put a formula to use. Please note that this example I'm giving is just theoretical. It does not reflect how much I make or how much you will make, okay? So let's assume my breakout pattern happens 200 times a year with a 60% win rate, and on an average win, I make about 3,000, and an average loss, I lose about 1,005. So if we chuck that into the formula, we'll get an average of about 240,000 ringgit per year. So let's say we're trading with a bigger size, right? And our wins are bigger and our losses are bigger. How does that affect our expected outcome per year? Let's say we make 5,000 instead of 3,000, but we lose 2,005 per trade rather than 1,005. If we put it into the formula, we can see that now our average return per year is about 400,000 ringgit. Now obviously we have to take into account the consistency factor because we are not robots. Sometimes we do make mistakes. So whatever your expected return is, I would multiply by 80% just to have a safe estimate in case you're doing any important calculations. Again, disclaimer that this is how much you could make and it's just an estimate because the market is never certain and you can't expect the market to give you what you want. You can only take what the market gives you. But obviously if you're a beginner, don't expect to be consistent in the first 6 months. Focus on the process, focus on your strategy, and the money will come. So take the formula, give it a test, and let me know what you want to achieve this year down in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, I would really appreciate if you could hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Thank you all for watching as usual, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.